The following program, Chefs About Town, is made possible by funding provided in part by Domaine de Cheberton. Your winery in Langley, Fraser Valley awaits your visit to sample their quality wines. And sponsored by Cosmopolitan Importers, distributors of Pacific Northwest food products to the food service and retail trade. And La Belle Auberge Restaurant in Ladner. Internationally recognized chef-owner Bruno Marty believes in the professionalism and high standards of cuisine in British Columbia and is an avid supporter of Chefs About Town, BC's regional food and wine program.
Hi, my name is Gary Faessler. Welcome again to Chefs About Town, the show for people who really love good food. Chefs About Town is a showcase for the very best foods, wines, and chefs of our province, British Columbia. And today is no exception. My guest today is Olivier Chaleil of the Meridian Hotel in Vancouver. Welcome, Olivier.
Hello, Gary. How are you? Fine.
Good.
Fine.
How to get the pronunciation of your name, okay? Chaleil?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Perfect. Good. Now today, what are we going to be preparing?
Today we are going to prepare a chartreuse of scallops. Chartreuse made with some Savoy cabbage, okay, and some of the BC swimming scallops. Very nice.
So
okay?
what exactly is a
chartreuse? Okay, what you do, it's a layer of cabbage, Savoy, and a layer of a mousse of these swimming scallops.
Right.
And we will bake in the oven like in a bain-marie. It's a beautiful dish. And
well, I know I've seen a photograph of this dish,
yeah.
And I haven't had it before. But this is like a signature dish.
It's and Robert Kenny did something very well.
Photograph
and we will have also a sauce made with some Pyramid champagne.
Right.
And it will be very good.
The one that we're highlighting today, yeah?
Yes. I mean, now I'm going to do the mousse right away. I got already my cabbage Savoy blanche. They have to be blanche, nice and green.
You see the color that it brought out?
They are.
Now, just very quickly, for those who don't know what blanching is.
Oh, blanching is, okay, you have some hot water, okay,
right.
And you will just very nicely cut here's a little piece here and blanch it in a hot water, boiling water, and after right away put in a cold
just to refresh
water.
it?
Yes,
Stop
exactly.
the cooking process?
Yes.
Because we only want to just barely cook it, just to
exactly.
make it pliable. So
yeah,
we can
because they
work with
will finish in the oven.
Right.
What I'm doing now, I'm putting some of the shallot, a little bit of garlic. I think I put a little bit too much. God, it's going to smell.
Oh, I like garlic. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't want to overpower the nice champagne.
Right.
Okay, now we are going to put some cream. Okay, then let's put 4 ounces of cream. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll see after.
Right.
Okay, and where is the top of my blender? It's here. Okay.
And we don't want to blend this. We don't want to blend this too much.
Oh, it's all right. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm the chef.
No, but for people at home though, we don't want to put it through the cuisiner too much.
Yeah. Sometime, just like me, Ivan.
Yeah.
Sometime when we over blend,
yes.
what happens? It's it's separate.
Yeah. No, that's what I had no doubt that you knew that, but I know just for our viewers at home, I was just saying we shouldn't keep in the blender too much.
Yeah.
We don't want it to break.
Because it's a long process, you know. I did one already.
Okay, so it's in the cup. We're gonna use the cup as a mold.
This is a bain-marie, okay? So bain-marie.
Bain-marie, just a little water
I put it in a cup, okay? What I did, it's you take one of the little cup like that, okay? Put a little bit of oil, okay? To explain to you, take your cabbage,
right?
Just like that. And nicely take some of the mousse, okay?
Terrific.
Take some of the mousse, okay? And with a spatula here, what you do, you layer very nicely. Okay.
Now this is just our pink swimming scallops
Yeah, with the raw inside.
with the roe, a little cream,
Yeah,
and some shallot and garlic.
yeah, and salt I did put before. Okay?
Right. Okay. And I want to mention too that in our pink swimming scallops that are prolific off the west coast of British Columbia here, you can eat everything inside the scallop, and that's basically what we've done.
Yeah. See what I'm
So
doing
another layer
here?
of the cabbage
Another layer
on top of
okay.
the mousse.
Don't forget, I put salt before with the scallop, meaning it's all seasoning is all ready.
Right.
Now we just put this one in the oven.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's
that
going
for
to
you?
take a while. Let's say that this take at least with at oven at what 400.
Right.
Let's say 400. At least let's say 35 minutes.
35
okay?
minutes. Okay.
35 minutes.
Right.
I mean, we keep going on a process, okay? Hopla, I have one already.
So another layer.
Another layer. Oh, yeah, we can put many, many layers. It's a really beautiful dish. It's a beautiful dish.
It's very clean, and the
Yeah.
flavors are very simple. Now
Yeah.
you don't believe in using too many ingredients in one dish.
No.
That you want to highlight certain extraordinary ingredients.
Exactly.
And really bring the best of those flavors and those textures out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially, you know, these scallops are perfect to do this dish. Okay.
Look at the color too.
It's amazing.
It's that roe really, it brings out the pink.
Yeah. And you see why I'm cutting like that the cabbage, because I don't want too much cabbage. What I can do is put more, but
Right.
you have to make a good balance, okay? And you keep going like that. Keep
But you're
going.
saying you don't want the leaves to be too big.
Yeah, exactly. Too much
yeah.
cabbage. Okay. So you don't want a sauerkraut with scallops. You just want beautiful chartreuse. Okay. Now what you do, you cut the excess. Okay.
It's actually hard to imagine that this is going to look as good as it does. It's so simple.
It is simple.
Yes.
It is simple. But you know, you just have to find the right ingredients. Okay. And after you put it like that, and that's it.
And that's
you
it?
just do what we did in the oven.
Okay.
That's it. Very easy. Okay.
And why don't you have a little champagne
Yeah, let's
after
try
all that
this champagne,
running
you know?
through that? You've been working so hard.
I mean, the first time I try some champagne from the.
I'm very excited about this sparkling champagne made, rather sparkling wine made in the champagne method. The winemaker is a good friend of mine, Eric von Krosigk, and this wine is from Pyramid Cellars in the Okanagan, interior of BC. So Olivier, what do you think?
Very nice. Very nice. One thing you can see, the bubble are very thin, and it's, you know, it tells you the quality of this method champagne wine.
This is one of the first things I look for too. Is how fine the bubbles are. Because if the bubbles are really large, then the champagne explodes and all the effervescence is gone. Anyway,
It's a very good work.
As I said already, I'm very excited about this wine. I think it's extraordinary. And anyway, I had an opportunity to sit down with Eric von Krosigk, my friend, and also my friend Steve Cipes of Pyramid Winery in the Okanagan. Let's take a look at that day's visit, and we'll be right back. Stephen, Eric, it's great to be here.
Thank you, Gary. It's good to be here and have the pleasure of your company too. I appreciate.
Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate the opportunity to share these things with you and our excitement about our new venture.
A typical, beautiful Okanagan October.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Day.
Yeah.
The weather is fantastic.
Just beautiful.
Yeah,
Just
we
beautiful.
really lucked out.
Yeah, a real Indian summer.
Now, what do you have here?
Here we have a bottle of our Riesling champagne. It's a prototype. This is what we're going to be putting on the market next year, and it's a very, very nice dry Riesling.
And you guys are focusing on making champagne method wines here in the Okanagan Valley.
That's a bit of a story if you're interested.
Yeah, you bet.
We both share the idea that the Okanagan Valley is extremely well suited for sparkling wines in general because of the lack of a lot of rain, and
Right.
the fact that we can put the water on when we want to, and the fact that we're on a high 49th parallel,
Yeah.
and it gives us a nice long growing season, just the right conditions for the flavors that we can bring out in sparkling wine.
Because the land here, the climate is very arid, it's desert-like.
Yes.
The grapes retain a high level of acidity, which is
Exactly.
great for.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you! Look at that!
It's wonderful to
Wonderful.
be able to hold the flavor after the second fermentation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really is exciting about the area. BC is now making very good wines in general, and but I still feel that the sparkling wines are going to really put us on the map.
This effervescence is gorgeous. You don't want the bubbles too big because then the wine explodes and it goes flat
Well,
soon. but
actually,
this
Gary, usually that's a sign of tank fermentation when the bubbles are that big.
Oh,
And
right.
you
So
only get
maybe
the-
you want to explain that. So what this is fermented in the bottle.
Yeah, this is fermented in the bottle. It spent 9 months
Thank
on
you.
the lees in the bottle, so re-fermented in the bottle, and
Which is what we mean by champagne method wines.
yeah, and hand disgorged, which means it wasn't transferred with a machine, but I actually. Oh, you guys are waiting for me now. You guys
Yeah.
sure make me look like the slowpoke. Jeez.
It sounds wonderful. I'm
Doesn't
sure.
it?
It does.
Yeah, it's so loud, I don't know if anyone...
And it
hear
smells
it.
sweet. And you know what's so typical of really fine champagne method made wines is that to me it smells like fresh baked bread.
Yes.
The wines often. It's just it's the anticipation is
Cheers.
killing me.
Good to see you, Gary.
Thank you. Good to see you, Gary.
And I appreciate you guys taking the time to sit down because, as I mentioned, it's October and these guys are really busy. It's the harvest, it's the crush,
Yeah.
and
You can see the pickers out in the field now. We're in the middle of all this stuff. You got to bother us with all this.
I know, I'm
TV.
sorry, but you know, it's better to do it now than in the middle
Yeah.
of winter or something when there's nothing to see. But and behind us, talking about seeing things. Now this is
Yeah. This
one
is
of the
our
Pyramid
pyramids.
Cellars.
This is a 30-foot by 30-foot pyramid with a cellar underneath it. And our plans are to put a 90 by 90 out where the beautiful view of the lake is, with a over 8,000 square feet of cellar area.
And you were telling me earlier that all the materials are very natural and
All organic type materials. There's no metal in the structure. We've oriented it to true north. And we're very pleased with the results of the feeling, if you will, in the cellar.
yes.
It has the same sensation or feeling as you get when you walk through some of the cellars in Champagne and on the Rhine and in the Mosel, those wonderful hundreds-of-year-old cellars with the true Roman arches, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
The vaults,
The
yeah.
The
vaults.
vaults.
Yeah, that type of energy, if you will, is in the pyramid cellar.
And this is why you've built these
Yes.
cellars in
Yeah.
these pyramids, because you really believe that there is some very beneficial,
Well,
positive.
a wonderful positive energy that exudes from the structure. It's also quite a beautiful structure. It's simple and easy to remember. It'll make we're calling ourselves Pyramid Cellars. It's a name that people can remember. And
It'll certainly stand out, as will your cellars on the horizon. That's
Yeah.
great. And you guys have a very holistic view on the whole making of your wines.
Yeah,
and,
we actually start with the vintners. We grow ourselves grapes here on the property, and we have vintners that grow for us. And we start with the soils. We make sure that they don't leach out their soils, and making sure they're putting organic matter back in. And then we, go through them with all of the rearing and the caring for the grapes. See, we make sure our grapes are herbicide and pesticide free.
That's important.
Yeah,
It is.
We don't
It
want
is.
any of that in the wine.
No.
And And I try to make the wines with as little sulfur and anything like that as possible, and I can't have that if there's, you know, pesticides and herbicides killing my yeast.
It really shows in the wine. The wines
Au
taste
naturel.
fantastic. Now, you guys have a small amount of this
Yes, we'll be
available
releasing only
this
about
year?
3,000 to 4,000 bottles for this Christmas 91.
This Christmas 91, and then...
And then interesting story, we just jumped from 10,000 to 20,000
Wow.
gallons for the following
1992.
Christmas because everyone that tasted the prototype got so excited. They said, hey guys, make it.
We got to go back to the studio in Vancouver, and I'll be tasting this back in Vancouver as well.
thank you,
So
Gary.
thanks again for having us here.
It's a real pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers.
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 So we're back. While you were away, we've been very busy. At least Olivier's been very busy. I've been standing here sipping the Champagne Method wine from Pyramid Cellars. I know. Okay. So now we've plated this. Now explain. Bring us up to date. What have we done?
Okay, very simple. We finished cooking the chartreuse.
The chartreuse.
Okay. Chartreuse.
Chartreuse. Right.
I opened a little bit, you know, like you can see like all the inside.
Yes, and it's
The sauce
gorgeous.
is a traditional beurre blanc. Okay, it's a reduction of the pyramid champagne, reduction to like almost like we call mirror
Okay, very
glaze.
quickly, a reduction for those who don't know is
A reduction is just
how
to
much
reduce.
wine? What a cup of wine?
Let's say 300 milliliters of the.
What a cup?
Well, yeah, let's say
Okay,
a cup.
yeah, a cup of wine, and you bring that to a boil.
Yeah, and you reduce
Just till
until
the
it's
volume,
almost a
it
syrup.
evaporates, yeah.
But you have to put a little bit of vermouth, okay,
Okay.
to it, and you
Vermouth.
vermouth.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
just the accent, just a little bit.
And you just add some cold butter to it on your burner, and you will have this nice beurre blanc.
Now, do you take it off the heat when you add the cold butter?
You
With
take
that
it off
hot?
a little bit and
Take
you
it off
put
a little
back, you know, and you take out, you know, like you have to feel a beurre blanc. You have to
Yes.
feel. It's like every sauce, every beurre blanc, every emulsion, everything.
Okay, how much butter?
How much butter I put in this
Approximately.
one? Let's say I
a few
put
tablespoons?
250 grams. Yeah, for this whole pan.
Yeah,
Okay.
a few tablespoons.
Don't think it's
250
going
grams.
to be
But it has to
250
be
grams for
cold.
one person.
It has to be cold because otherwise you won't get that emulsion. It'll
Yeah,
break.
exactly.
And okay, so you don't want the butter to be
Yeah.
at room temperature. It has to be cold. Otherwise, it might separate. Now we've got. So that's a sauce. A very simple traditional beurre blanc.
It looks simple, but it's not so easy to make.
Well, now everyone's gonna go. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. No, it's not. Okay, but you have to watch it.
Yeah.
You have to watch it. Now we also have some saffron.
You get some saffron here and some pink peppercorn dust.
Oh,
okay?
lovely. Some
I mean,
fresh
dry
cracked
pink peppercorn, put through a sieve,
Okay.
and it looks beautiful. A bit
Terrific.
of time here.
Now-
Scallion.
What's next? We have one more
Salmon.
thing to do. Okay, we have a
Let's
salmon.
do the salmon.
Great, let's do it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice go. What I did,
Beautiful.
you see, I'm going to show you.
This is coho.
Take the bone out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Take the fat out.
Right. Take
And
the
the
belly
skin
bones
too?
and the fat out.
Everything out.
And you can always get your fishmonger to do this if you don't want to attempt
Yeah,
to
if they want,
butcher it.
yeah. Okay. Now let's put a little bit of oil in the bottom of the plate. Okay.
I want to say before while we do this that you prepared this dish for me at Le Club.
You remember?
At the restaurant. Oh yeah, I
Was
do.
nice,
It's
huh?
one of the
And I
one of
didn't
the
put any
most-
salt.
One of the most extraordinary dishes I've ever had in a restaurant. It's
Oh, yeah?
so simple and
Thank
elegant, but extraordinary.
First slice was not the nicest. Okay, and after we slice very thin. Okay. And what we will do, we'll put very, very nicely on the plate. Okay.
Right.
It's very, very popular in France, you know, but I think we took that from the Japanese.
Well, I want to mention too that we have raw salmon, of course. It's like a sashimi, and of course it's important that this be flash frozen, at least flash frozen.
Yes.
Don't serve it fresh from the boat like this. You may not have any problems, but there could be some parasites and some problems there. So if you just flash freeze the fish first, as long as it comes to solid in the freezer,
Exactly.
then thaw it in the fridge, and then do it, and that'll kill any problems, any little parasites that might be there, which is our natural part of fish anyway.
And don't leave for 24 hours in your fridge.
No,
It's
of
a
course
dish
not.
you have
It's
to
very
be.
perishable. Yes,
Exactly.
Yes. I don't want to startle anyone, but some people don't know that. You should freeze the
No,
fish
you-
before you.
You have to watch out.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, you bet.
It's normal.
Food is very perishable.
Exactly. especially fish. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a very, very easy dish to do.
But it's so delicious. I mean, this is
It's amazing. Huh?
very, very happy to have
Well, we have
received
one
this
of
in the
the-
restaurant. It was wonderful.
We have one of the best salmon in the world here in BC. You know, we are lucky.
Yeah, very lucky.
You see, don't
But-
forget one thing. You know, like produce in any cooking, the produce is the first thing. No.
Now, would that be one of the golden rules
Exactly.
of cookery for you?
Yeah.
Is,
Oh, yeah,
is
it
the
is.
fact because I'm always preaching the virtues of the very best product, and that will give you the best end results. Even if you love to cook, but you're not that, you may not be that knowledgeable of cooking and have that much experience. If you use the best ingredients,
Yeah.
the end results will still be pretty good, probably.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now you're just patting it with a little olive
A
oil.
bit of olive oil. Now a little bit of salt. See?
Little sea salt.
Always watch out not to have your finger wet when you put salt on.
Right, good idea.
Okay, now it's
Now.
a beautiful dish. What we
Yeah,
do
little,
now, we're going to put some herbs
Okay.
to it.
A little chive.
Yeah. It's a very elegant dish. Huh? A little bit of chervil.
Chevrolet is great with fish.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Particularly shellfish or salmon.
Well, it's taking a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
And we are going to put a
Some,
little bit
more pink peppercorn.
pink peppercorn, yeah. It's only what we are going to add to it. And now all the rest of the garnish will be around. I made here a nice...
You can tell how this fellow cooks with such love. Look at the care and the attention he's taking to this plate.
You see, this, if you do at home, should be this presentation for the whole salmon. I'm going to show you. First, the champagne, the salt here, okay, it's the salt. Here, some crushed pepper, okay. Bread, I love sourdough. I think it's very great with this. And I forget the butter. We should have some butter. And here it's whipping cream with some salmon caviar. I do my own salmon caviar, okay?
Now-
I will not give you the recipe, it's a secret.
Okay.
And now let's put a bit of lime.
For people who fish, of course, there's
You know, like
Often
to
the
make salmon
caviar.
caviar, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
But
Now-
it's a combination of all these things. The champagne,
Exactly.
the salmon, the way that we've sliced it raw,
Yeah.
with these things, and
That's
and it's raw in the cream together is extraordinary.
Oh,
and,
yes.
and to help us in, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's a perfect, like you say, like you want to say, it's a perfect combination.
Yeah.
It's like you have to have this whipping cream mixed with the salmon caviar,
Yeah.
and a little bit of pepper if you like. I don't like pepper, and rock salt, like the sea salt. It's
Why
very
don't you like pepper? Tell us. Why don't you?
because it burns everything out. You know, like
Yeah.
it's too strong.
Yeah.
It's too strong.
You think if you take that much time to pick the very best ingredients, you want to taste those ingredients.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
want the flavors and the textures
Yeah.
and things of those foods to come out, and you don't want to wipe it out.
Exactly.
With strong flavor.
Like you say, like my main passion for myself, it's sauce.
Right.
Okay, when I make a sauce and I say it will be a red wine or champagne or tarragon, it will taste 100% the flavor I'm going to tell you. That's it.
Right. Listen, I want to stop you short now because we're running out of time, and we could go on. As you say, this show should be an hour. And,
I know,
and I think
it
so
should be
too.
an hour.
And those who have the power, maybe think about it. But anyway, I want to bring on a friend of mine who drove down here to bring the wine, and you just
Good
saw
idea.
that short interview. Eric von Krosigk. Hi, Eric.
Hi, Gary.
Come on. What do you think of this?
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, doesn't it? And,
My
and
God.
this dish is extraordinary too, and we think very representative of the type of food that Olivier does at the club at Le Meridian. Simple, I think a very powerful,
Yes.
strong. Anyway, I go on and on. Let's talk about the wine just for a moment, because those who have. We've got some shots of the wine, of the label. That's not the label, of course. This is
No,
just
that's
a
the label I
quick,
just did 5 minutes before your show.
That's right. Just a quick mock-up with a gold felt pen.
Yeah.
And although I think it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty good.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but it's pretty hard to do in production.
But listen. So I think a lot of this wine now. This wine will be available. It isn't available quite yet as we're taping the program, but it will be available in this year, 1992.
In September.
In September.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to release how many bottles?
We'll be releasing 9,000 cases,
Wow.
of which a large proportion of which will be going to the New York market, and
Right.
about 4,000 will be staying in the BC.
That's exciting that it's going to New York.
Yeah, we've got agents in New York who
Terrific.
have pre-ordered as
The
of
Big Apple. Wow.
last summer,
That's great.
and yes, yeah, it's very exciting.
I think that the Champagne method sparkling wines out of British Columbia, out of our Okanagan, are going to be really what we'll be renowned for in the next decade. And well, we'll see if I'm right or not. But I really believe that.
Well, I think they have a great future. You know, with the Okanagan and its incredible microclimate. You know, we have the
Very arid.
arid, yes, and we control the water on the grapes. And
Right.
we also have the cool evenings, which preserve the fresh fruit flavors.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have a sort of a cooked or jammy taste
Right.
in the grapes.
And you
So
have high acidity, lots of fruit.
Yeah.
And again, this is a what's the varietal again? Just in case I don't.
Riesling?
Oh, it is a Riesling.
Riesling,
Good. I just
yeah.
want to screw it up. It is a Riesling.
It is a Riesling.
And which I think there are Chenin Blancs and Rieslings and other varietals that grow and grow well in the Okanagan, being vinted into Champagne method
Yeah.
wines, other than Chardonnays and other.
Yeah, we make a
classic.
traditional cuvee as well, but the Riesling and the Pinot Noir, a straight Pinot Noir, a straight Gewürztraminer cuvee as well, which are very, very interesting to play with food, which I'm sure Olivier can tell you more about than I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
But this,
it's a nice marriage.
Yeah, this menu is perfect with champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really perfect, and yeah.
Listen, we're going to continue sipping the champagne and talking about the virtues of British Columbia food and wine, but we have to go because we've run out of time again. So my guest today has been Olivier Chaleil from the Meridian Hotel, the club, restaurant, and Eric von Krosigk, a winemaker at Pyramid Winery up in the Okanagan. My name is Gary Faessler for Chefs About Town. Until we see you next time, please enjoy, eat well, and drink some good BC Champagne method wine. Until we see you next week, bye now.
Kitchen facilities provided by the De Breuil French Culinary School. Cookware and accessories used on Chefs About Town provided by the Cook Shop at Coquitlam Centre. Global stainless steel knives provided by Chutchka's Design Limited. Chefs About Town is made possible by funding provided in part by Domaine de Cheberton. Your winery in Langley, Fraser Valley awaits your visit to sample their quality wines. And sponsored by Cosmopolitan Importers, distributors of Pacific Northwest food products to the food service and retail trade. And La Belle Auberge restaurant in Ladner. Internationally recognized chef-owner Bruno Marty believes in the professionalism and high standards of cuisine in British Columbia and is an avid supporter of Chefs About Town, BC's regional food and wine program.